Once you try homemade granola, you will definitely not go back to store-bought granolas. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my homemade granola. You want to stick around, you don't want to miss this out. And you probably have all the ingredients in your pantry. So I'll be using whole grained old-fashioned oats so it can keep its shape when it's baking. So I'm using 4 cups of whole grain oats. Be sure you're getting a certified gluten-free oats if you want a gluten-free granola. So next, you want to put some raw nuts and seed. I'm trying to use about 1.5 cups of raw nuts and seed. So over here, I've got walnut, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, and pecans. And then I've got about half a cup of flaked almond. And then for a flavorful granola, don't skip the salt. So I've got some flaky sea salt, which makes it easy for me to just crush it with my fingers. So about 1 or half a teaspoon would do. But if you've got regular salt, you need to use less. And then I went in with some cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I added 100 ml of coconut oil, which I just melted. Please, you need to measure out your coconut oil before the honey. And then I added 100 ml of honey, which is less than half a cup of honey. This is why I said you should measure your oil first. With the same container, you measure out your honey. That way you have less sticky honey on the container. It makes it easy to pour out. And after that, you want to give this a good mix so all the ingredients will be well incorporated. You noticed how I'm adding the ingredients. Some things are still missing, but just stick around, guys. Granola is easy, but if you get the steps wrong, you get a very bitter granola. So with granola, you just play around with your nuts and seeds. Just use whatever you have. So I just remembered I've got some cashew nut and I just added it into it. And moving on, you want to pour the granola, the mix, into a prepared pan. So I just have my pan and a parchment paper. Give that parchment paper a squeeze so it can stay evenly. And then you want to spread the granola on the pan. So if you want a clumpy granola, you need to layer it up more, not like evenly layered, but just make sure you press it down so it can stay clumpy. But sometimes it doesn't turn out clumpy anyway, but don't worry, it's granola, it's still fine. So you want to bake this at 175 degrees Celsius, which is about 347 degrees Fahrenheit, for 20 to 21 minutes. And then over here, I've got some dried fruit. Do you notice why I didn't add those dried fruits in the pan? Because they're going to get burnt, like roasted, and it will make your granola taste bitter. So some things are left to be last. So it's not all about dropping the ingredients I used in the comment section, but if you don't follow the steps right, your granola will turn out bad. So I've got some cranberries and some dried mango over here. So when baking in an oven or an air fryer, just don't forget to turn halfway through. So at 10 minutes, you need to give it a stir. If you want it like this color, that's fine, but I want mine extra crunchy, like extra flaky. So you can just take it out. This is like 20 minutes mark and it's all looking like this. But remember to stir in between, like after 10 minutes you give it a stir so it doesn't get burnt on just the top. This is about 25 minutes because I just want it extra flaky, like crunchy. So remember, after baking, you want to let this cool completely before you just mix everything up. So once everything is well cooled, then you want to add your dry fruit. So it could be dried cranberry, dried bananas, dried mangoes. So I'm just adding the cranberries and the mangoes I've got. It could be sultanas, just whatever you have. There is no perfect recipe. This is my perfect recipe anyway, but there is no wrong way of making granola. Just remember what I said. There's the right time to add the things you've got. If you add the dry fruits at the wrong time, it will be bitter. So then you can pair this with milk, you can pair it with yogurt and top it with some fruits. Whenever I have granola, the next thing is a parfait. So I just made a quick parfait: Greek yogurt, a layer of granola, another layer of Greek yogurt, and another layer of granola. Is just so good. So you can now drizzle some honey if you want, but the sweetness is just perfect. So let me know if you find this video really helpful, and do well to share out my videos. If you enjoy my recipes, do well to share them out, drop nice comments, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Portion control with this one, it's very hard, but anyway, it's nice.